Hey, what's up guys? It's Corey here with Dapper Dollars, and today we're going to talk about why exactly Jeremy from Financial Education decided to steal my content about Palantir. So anyway, this will be fun. But anyway, so this channel is all about using the online income opportunities we have with Merch by Amazon and Etsy to build our income online and then invest this income in things like the stock market and real estate. If that sounds like something you're interested in, like and subscribe, and let's get started. So, starting off, I love Jeremy. He is amazing. I listen to him every morning. The only reason that I make this is because I listen to Jeremy every day, and it was truly humbling to hear him have the same argument about Palantir that I did. And I mean, it was just like he watched my video and he took the exact same reasoning that I did. So yes, it does seem kind of like he stole my content, but at the same time, it just reaffirms exactly why Jeremy is so good at what he does, and the fact that I've dedicated myself to this craft so much of picking stocks, and this has led us both to the same conclusion and basically the same analogy that we use. So if you listen to my last video that I did on Palantir, or one of my last videos, you know that I think that Palantir is the next Tesla, not because they are making electric cars, but because they're following the same path that Tesla has, where Tesla had a extreme model and they started out in the luxury area, and they had this Tesla model. The first one, it was a luxury car. Most people could not afford to have a Tesla. It was basically a status symbol, and it was everything that you could possibly want in a Tesla. The same way that Palantir has worked with the NHS and the medical communities and the government and the military to have this amazing data-centric software that is able to run what's it called? Not scenarios, but what's it called? Whenever you run something and you don't, or it's a simulation. They run simulations based off of the data that they have on the military and the medical community, and this is how they were able to successfully roll out the vaccine as well as they did, and the way that the military has been able to operate as well as they have, because they're able to run simulations to see what the best path forward is with the least amount of risk or the most effectiveness. And so the same way that Palantir is working with the government and the NHS, Tesla started at the very high end of the automobile market and created a luxury car. But in the same way that Tesla could basically break down everything about that high-end Tesla until it was just the nuts and bolts of what a basic Tesla would be that made it affordable to the everyday person, whether it's Tesla Model E, that was a, or I don't even know if it's called a Tesla Model E, but it's a Tesla economy model where most people can afford it. Palantir is able to do that with what they have. And this is the conclusion that Jeremy and I have come to. And it was just really neat to see that I was on the right track, because, there are so many times you look up to people and you think, I'll never be as good as picking stocks as that person, or, I don't know if I'll ever be able to have that amount of money in my stock portfolio. It was great that Jeremy had this same exact realization that I did about Palantir, because it shows that we are on the same wavelength and that I'm thinking like Jeremy, which is a good thing. I've already invested in Palantir. I think I was a little bit ahead of the game. I got in probably higher than he will. I bought it at 23. I'm buying in around 19 whenever I can. And, as long as this dip continues, then I'm going to continue to buy in at 19, the same way that Jeremy has talked about that he's going to buy in around 19 as well. So anyway, this was great validation for me personally, because it showed that we are both on the same wavelength. And Jeremy is usually pretty amazing at picking these stocks that he is interested in that wind up going on to be more than 400% in the future. I mean, take Tesla, for example. He was on Tesla before anybody was hyping Tesla. He was on Tesla whenever Tesla was not cool, as people say. But anyway, so it was really great to see Jeremy's, he went into a little bit more of a financial breakdown of the markets and everything of Palantir, and I definitely suggest that people go watch that video. I'll link to it down below or up here somewhere. But he broke down a little bit more of the finances and things like that, and the overall situation of Palantir in a little bit more granular detail. But the fact of the matter is that we both see the total addressable market for Palantir, and ultimately that's what's most important, because the fundamentals of the company are great. However, if you're looking at a company, then you need to know that you are investing in a company that is going to grow exponentially, and they have a market to grow into, and they aren't just going to expand, maybe 25%, and then now they've reached the max of their market that it'll hold. With Palantir, they're able to work all the way from the government to the small business level. So this means that everything in between in almost every sector is open for Palantir, and this is massive. It means that they have a likely multiple trillion-dollar market cap ahead of them if they're able to continue on this path. And again, if the CEO is able to paint this vision clearly for people who are investing in this company, because Jeremy and I also had that same realization that the CEO is great at what he does and he has made an amazing product. However, he has made it almost impossible for the common person who is not interested in what he's doing or interested in stocks to really understand what exactly it is Palantir does and how exactly Palantir provides benefit to the community. So anyway, if he can just get a little bit tighter grip and maybe hire someone to help with the PR of Palantir and explaining exactly how Palantir benefits the government and how it can benefit small businesses as well and everyone in between, then that would be the icing on the cake. I think if they can handle that and get a PR person in place who can convey that message quickly and succinctly, then Palantir it's going to be a rocket ship. It's going to the proverbial moon, as they say. But anyway, this is great. I love the fact that Jeremy and I are on the same page about this. And if you saw my video last week on how to pick a 400% growth stock, everything that I do there is what Jeremy teaches. And I point that out in the video as well. And so anyway, it's just a great experience to be validated by someone that I think so much. It basically feels like, being a Jeremy fanboy. But anyway, that's how I feel. And I'm super flattered that he feels the same way about Palantir. But anyway, so thank you, Jeremy. I don't mind that you stole my content, kind of. But anyway, I don't think that you watched my video and then made that video. But yeah. So that's about it, guys. Palantir, I definitely think that they're going to continue to do great things. Like I said, PR is their only real issue right now, and this stock correction that we're in. So once this stock correction is over and the hedge funds decide that they can stop shorting stuff and actually go long on these positions again, then we'll be in a great place. And, Palantir really just has to come out with their earnings later this week. It's going to be tomorrow on Tuesday, the 11th, and we should be able to see exactly where Palantir is going as far as the financial direction, and they're going to give us some good guidance as far as what the company is looking forward to in the future. So hopefully they expand into the business market, and we get to see some updates on what the outcome was of the barnyard or the barn presentation that the CEO had, where he said that Palantir was going to be offered for free until the end of the year. Hopefully we'll get to see that some companies took him up on that offer, and hopefully a major company did, so that we can see a great example of Palantir in effect, or maybe we just see that it flops. But anyway, I don't think it's going to flop. If the government's using it and the NHS is using it and other countries are using Palantir, I'm sure this information is great and helpful. However, it's probably going to take a genius to figure it out, and I think the only issue that Palantir would have getting this software to people at a local business level would be providing the training and intuitive nature, or simplifying and making Palantir a bit more intuitive. I haven't messed with Palantir software personally, but I have a feeling from how they explain it and how everything goes as far as conveying Palantir to other people, it's not exactly something that's going to be massively intuitive. But anyway, I'm hoping to be proven wrong there. So anyway, this is my thought on Palantir. This is my thoughts on, Jeremy's thoughts on Palantir. And so anyway, I hope that you guys are having a great day. I hope that you're, curious about Palantir at least, because it seems that what Palantir is offering is one of those innovative and disruptive stocks that is going to be a software that people didn't know that they need. So if you have any questions, comment down below, and obviously leave a like on this video so that we can get some help in the YouTube algorithm. Hope you guys are having a great day, and remember, someone is going to do something amazing every day, guys. Why not you? See ya.